krvi prolili za bratstvo i jedinstvo naših naroda. I nećemo nikome dozvoliti da nam dira ili da nam ruje iznutra, da se ruši to bratstvo i jedinstvo.
Mr. Dulles, we all know about the failures of American intelligence. Are there any successes we don't know about?
Yes, there are a good many. As the President said when he came out to say goodbye to me out at the new building a few months ago, he remarked that your failures are always advertised and your successes are unsung. There's also a quote, as I remember, I can't remember the exact quote, but in a different connection. He said something like this, I think it was after Cuba, that success has 1,000 parents and failure is an orphan. Sometimes, you know, I feel a little like an orphan, but there have been successes too.
This is the Pentagon of the Secret War. It is a depot for subversion and a kind of clandestine university. For many years, its scholarly headmaster was a super spy in the classic mold named Allen Dulles.
Intelligence is nothing really other than information and knowledge. From the days of Socrates, by various methods, and even before that, mankind has been seeking knowledge of everything that influences his own life or the life of the nation to which he belongs. But the idea that it is necessarily nefarious, it's always engaged in overthrowing governments, that's false. That's for the birds. Now, there are times when the United States government feels that the developments in another government, such as in the Vietnam situation, is of a nature to imperil the safety and the security and the peace of the world, and ask the Central Intelligence Agency to be its agent in that particular situation.
Mr. Dulles, I know you've heard this many times, that there are people who say that we, with regard to the CIA, are waging a secret war with an invisible government.
We are obviously engaged in many facets of what is generally called the Cold War, which the communist policy is forced upon us. No use denying that, that's a fact of life. But may I say this, and I do it with all solemnity, at no time has the CIA engaged in any political activity or any intelligence activity that was not approved at the highest level.
Marshal Tito leads 2 days of celebrations in Belgrade. The occasion is the 4th anniversary of the Yugoslav Republic. From a Pathé News cameraman come the first pictures out of Yugoslavia since that country stepped out from behind the Iron Curtain 18 months ago. Today, the army Tito led against Nazi occupation prepares to repel Soviet occupation. With the anniversary celebrations lasting until far into the night, the Yugoslavs find time to reflect on the fate history has mapped out for them. Once the keenest of Russia's satellites, Yugoslavia is now just an in-between, precariously balanced between East and West.
Interesantna je stvar da u vreme rezolucije IB-a, da je u to vreme Stalin slao neke podmornice da na Brionima Tita, kao žaba čovjek, i to je sprečeno.
Pa, gospodine predsjedniče, koja je odluka bila najteža? Koja je najvažnija odluka koju ste doneli?
To je teško reći uvijek. Šta je najteže u jednom dugotrajnom procesu djelatnosti čovjeka. Kad je trebalo donesti odluku, a u ratu je bilo više takvih slučajeva, na primjer, pitanje strategije i taktike, kad je trebalo donesti odluku da li ide u ovom pravcu ili u ovom pravcu. Političkih teškoća, na primjer 48. godine kad je Stalin, sa Stalinom smo se sukupili. bilo najteže donesti odluku, da kažemo ne.
Istina je da je to u najmanju ruku nelojalno, neobjektivno ponašanje prema našim partijama. To je rezultat strašne zablude. Sada se sve to razguptalo do suvišnih razmjera da bi se na taj način uništio ugled naše partije i njenog rukovodstva, da bi se na taj način skinula slava za naroda Jugoslavije u njihovoj herojskoj borbi, da bi se na taj način pogazilo sve ono veliko što su naši narodi postigli ogromnim žrtvama i potocima krvi, da bi se na taj način razbilo jedinstvo naše partije koje predstavlja garanciju uspješne izgine socijalizma na našoj zemlji i ostvarenje srećnih života naših naroda.
Gone are the Stalin portraits from the streets, where once the entire output of the great copper mines was directed to Russia, it now flows to the west for pounds and dollars. Helped by her rugged mountains and hoped-for Western aid, Yugoslavia is confident that she can resist attack. While mindful that Tito is still a communist dictator, the West moves to help him. For if Tito can stand up to Stalin, the possibility of Moscow dominating the world becomes that much less likely.
Sometimes, you know, I feel a little like an orphan, but there have been successes too.